Next, a dramatic reenactment of a factual Highway Patrol case, taken from official files. Actual officers portray those appearing in our story.
On September 25th, 1988, 36-year-old James Wesley Hines III pulls into a gas station off Highway 101 in the Northern California town of Willits. After putting a small amount of gas into his Dodge minivan, he goes inside to pay for it.
You pump 402.
I can't help with what your machine says. All I wanted was $4. I can't help with your machine says 402.
Pump 402.
I wanted $4.
Hines immediately becomes argumentative and belligerent with the clerk over the 2 cents he owes and starts storming around the mini market in a tirade.
People not listening to me all the time. I'm sick of it. You want your 2 cents? You want your 2 cents? Here's your 2 cents.
Hines abruptly leaves the market as the stunned clerks look on.
Yes, that's not $4.02.
He goes to his van and pulls out a .30-30 rifle and fires 1 shot into the air.
That's what you want? Now, you satisfied? Is that what you wanted?
As Hines pulls out of the gas station, an off-duty forestry employee who witnesses Hines' outburst rushes into the store to call the police and provide them with a description of the van. At 10:55 a.m., a description of Hines' van is broadcast to all Garberville, Laytonville CHP units. Soon after, Garberville officer Jim Strong observes a vehicle matching the description of the suspect's van going northbound on US 101. Officer Strong gets a good look at Hines, and it appears he is the sole driver of the van. Officer Strong advises dispatch and requests a backup cover unit in order to effect a high-risk stop. At 11:26 a.m., Officer Tim Sanders is responding to the dispatch, heading southbound on US 101 from the Humboldt County line to assist Officer Strong. Hines is driving erratically, throwing items out of his window and swerving over the yellow divider into the oncoming traffic. Officer Strong puts out a failure to yield call to dispatch. Hines' vehicle proceeds northbound toward Humboldt County at varying speeds. At 11:53 a.m., Humboldt County CHP officer Robert Jimenez heads southbound on US 101 to assist.
Humboldt 105S1.
At 12:18 p.m., Humboldt County CHP Sergeant Cliff Williams is heading southbound to deploy a device known as a spike strip to deflate the tires of Hines' van. At 12:24 p.m., Sergeant Williams is now in position near the Van Dusen Bridge, an area of the highway that narrows down to 1 lane. Officer Jimenez, who had been diverted to help deploy the spike strip, is also in position. Hines continues northbound on US 101, passing Garberville, Phillipsville, and Miranda. The 3 Garberville area units continue the pursuit in hopes of stopping the van. As the chase escalates, the pursuit cars are notified that the suspect is a manic depressive who does not take his medication. As Hines proceeds northbound toward the bridge, the units in pursuit create a traffic break to the rear of the van. Additional units are now in place north of the spike strip, ready to assist in the chase.
Leave me alone! Leave me alone! I haven't hurt anybody!
Unexpectedly, Hines drives over the spike strip at 50 miles per hour. He is still able to continue driving for several miles, even though his front tires quickly deflate and disintegrate. Hines crosses the center divider into the far southbound lane and comes to a stop at the shoulder of the road. At 12:41 p.m., the CHP officers place their units in a tactical formation to the rear of the suspect.
Driver, step out of the car.
As the officers attempt to talk him out of the car, Hines becomes increasingly more agitated and combative.
Go away! Leave me alone!
He now begins throwing miscellaneous items from inside the van out of his window. Then he moves over to the passenger window and continues throwing several more items out in a random direction.
Okay, driver, open the door. We want to talk with you. Open the door.
As the CHP continue to try and talk Hines into leaving the car, his animosity persists. He pulls out his rifle and shoots 3 times into a field directly to his left. The officers maintain their position as Hines throws the cover to his rifle and a fishing pole out the passenger car window. He then makes a move that would turn out to be his fatal mistake. Moving back into the driver's seat, he grabs the rifle and shoots twice out the window at the officers behind him. The officers, fearing for their lives, begin firing at Hines. They fire numerous rounds, hitting him 14 times. James Wesley Hines, with no prior criminal record, died instantly.